Alright, so this is part 2 in the video series, and we left off, we went to this, we're gonna go ahead and make that a title, and we'll make it white, fill it with a blue, bold it, and make sure it's spelled right. First, let's work on the current loan balance, because if we're going to refinance, we have to have some sort of current loan balance so this stuff makes sense. Also, I feel it's a good idea. Oh, undo. Come back to that. I decided to add a quick border. As well as here. And now I'll do this. So the current loan balance is going to be the loan amount minus the cumulative principal that's been adding up over how long. And I'm going to go ahead and do the formula. The rate divided by the number of payments per year, then the total number of payment periods, and present value, 212,000, and start to the end 4 times that number of payments, and the type 0. You can put in a cell, you could put it over here or down below and do type. If you do 0, that's making it so that payments are being made at the end of the month versus at the beginning of the month, and it's gonna mean that a little less principal is paid off, but overall not a huge deal. Oh, I should go and point out the cumulative principal paid is a negative balance, so you're going to want to make sure you add this. It's a little counterintuitive, but you'll go ahead and get the current loan balance. And then you can work on the next step. The next step is the cash flow for the new loan. Cash flow for refinanced loan. And in year 0, you're going to have quite a few things, because you said to from the information I got, you had to pay the origination fee, the discount point, and all fees right up front. So there was no adding it onto the loan or doing this or getting any cash value from it. So as a direct result, you are going to have to take all this into account. And to do that, I'll start out by doing the fees plus the current loan balance times the quantity of the origination fee plus the discount points, which will give me 6,248. And this whole value is actually negative, so go ahead and put that in. It's not an inflow, it's an outflow, so you might as well at least make it known. The next step, we're gonna go ahead and add in a few lines. And I'm gonna go ahead and add in the, let's see, interest rate and loan term add in the payments per year. And doing this, be able to put in the new interest rate of 5%, be able to do the loan term of 30 years, oh, excuse me, 26 years, because we're just going to go and keep doing the same. In other words, we are going to stick with the same payoff period, because I'm sure you don't want to add even more time on. I mean, you may very well if you really want to decrease your payments, but I know you're looking to settle things a little quicker than that, so it's another payment calculation. And payment, simple enough, 5% again. Divide that by the number of payments per year, number of periods, the present value, and voila. Again, should be multiplied times 12, which will reference the number of payments per year, just in case it for some reason changed. We would have a quality value. And I'm gonna go ahead and make this also a currency for a little more consistency. And I might as well just show you how to format cells when the going gets tough. Well, just go ahead and do things the manual route. Now, I've got the cash flow for the refinance loan here. So we'll look at the profit from refinancing. Which year, just go ahead and copy this actually. And alright, and then profit from refinancing, simple enough. In year 0, it's going to equal the cash flow from the original loan minus, the cash flow from for the refinance loan minus the cash flow for original loan. And if we do that all the way across, you can see here that we get a positive value, because the cash flow from the refinance loan, which is a negative, minus the C27, which is a positive, this amount that we'd be spending up here, each time we don't spend that extra amount and we spend a lesser amount, we make a profit. So with that profit in mind, we then have to go to present value. And I'm just going to go ahead and do present value factor and go ahead, copy this one more time. Of cash flows. And with the present value of the cash flows, we're going to go ahead and take these, delete year, present value factor, and we'll get rid of this bottom border. Okay. And then present value of cash flow. Excellent. And the present value factor, we'll go ahead and required rate of return put a thick border around this. Go ahead and fill that, make it white, bold it, margin center, make this background yellow, and 10% is what your accountant told you. So we'll use that. Present value factor equals present value rate and we'll make that absolute value. Number of periods 0. We'll reference the above. And the payment 0. Future value -1. Enter. And that's correct, but we want to make sure it's in a comma style. And drag this on over. Gives us our present value. Need to make this a little bigger. Go ahead and add a right border here. And going to do a thick box border.